Hello, everyone. This is Srinivas Arka from Mysore, south of India, 27th Wednesday 2024. I'm sorry, I'm not there physically with you all, but I will be. Trusting that you're all keeping well, I would like to touch upon the subject that you all wished for. How to manage anxiety and panic attacks. Also, you have asked wisely the way to understand and then manage this problem. Anxiety and panic attack both are so deeply interconnected. If you want to talk about one thing, certainly you are bound to address the other. Anxiety, the word itself, gives you a bit of taste what it is, and you keep on repeating anxiety, that will start vibrating in a really stressful feeling. Those who are anxious repeatedly, those who become anxious more seriously about a certain task, a subject, or a person, or a particular thought, so they really feel anxiety. They would know what's anxiety. You become so restless. We are obsessed with one but specific requirement which we have not achieved, or excessively concerned about something. That is anxiety. No logic can calm you down. No reasoning can help you at the time. Of course, it is one of many facets of our emotions. Anxiety. You don't know what to do because you are helpless. Yet you cannot stop from thinking about it, how to fix it, or simply becoming extra vigilant as though something might happen or would happen or could happen. So it is our internal mental condition. We cannot understand when we are occupied with that thought, negative thought, and with that negative experience. After coming out of this grip or eclipse of our own mind, you would then realize, oh my God, what I or you went through. This is not completely in your hands, in your control, because it just triggers something that is stored up in our subconscious mind, not able to address or do anything about it. We think it's just part of our nature to become so anxious, but with time it becomes like a big problem in a way, because it will block us from achieving anything, and also it's like invisible deterrence. You know you can go forward, but you can't go, and you can't share with anyone, because what do you say? but you become restless. Obviously, you'll become a bit down, lacking energy and enthusiasm. You don't seem to be normal in that particular area of time. It could last for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, even an hour or so. So it depends upon individuals how they deal with it. So understanding, in a sense, when you watch others being so anxious or suffering with extreme anxiety, you would know what it is. You can't describe only in terms of language or in any other sense. No matter how much we try to analyze, it's all still second-hand understanding. Those who go through, they really know. But no one is totally unaffected by this anxiety, because we live in society, among communities, among people coming from various backgrounds and baggages, mentally, psychologically. So you have to deal with so many challenges, uninvited challenges, and it's tricky, and it can trigger like no tolerance, point of no more endurance. It's like a dead end. During that time, the same anxiety itself will turn into a momentary panic attack. You are totally not in control of anything during that moment. You are aware, but you can't do anything. You just become trembled and throbbed, and your just mind is blank. But you are as though under severe attack or heavy pressure, and so you're invaded. Your mind is invaded by something which is inexplicable. Panic. You simply want to rush and do something, but you cannot. But that's happening within you, not outside. Outside, no incident has happened, but it's happening in you. Although you're surrounded with people, maybe you don't have people, and it could be any moment, any situation. It happens. And there's no exact way of predicting when it will happen, so that you can be careful, you can avoid from being caught in the situation. Not so. That's panic attack. So understanding, at least by observing others, or when you come out of this situation, you understand better, and then consequently, when it is out of control, anxiety, then it turns into panic attack. Panic means you really want to simply go in full speed, which your body is not going, and your pulsation of nerves still not able to go with the speed of mind, or matching with the requirement of mind. So that time you feel you are just rushing for something which you don't know exactly, and you don't know how long will that last even. You don't know what to do about that, and you can't even explain. Can you believe it? This is not necessary for humans. We can live happily, peacefully, gracefully, and harmoniously. We don't deserve this anxiety and stress. Why do we need it? life is meant to be experienced positively, lively, and joyously. But some manageable problems are okay, like normal problems. We suffer from fever, a bit of depressing mood. That's all okay. But here there is anxiety and panic attacks, not we deserve. So, what I would really recommend to prevent from this happening is to awaken our inner self, recognizing our inner consciousness, spiritual strength. Obtaining spiritual strength will help us. Going a little deeper than dwelling only in our brain and in our minds, or believing, trusting that my existence means only in the brain, in cerebral cortex, psychological existence. Not so. We are much more than what we can think about ourselves, what we can imagine. So we are more than what we really understand on the surface. So dhyana or intuitive meditation, allowing our mind to descend to the center of our body, center of our being, center for awareness. Then you feel unity, sense of unity, and you don't live on the circumference alone by being so vulnerable. They say that like put a circle all around from the feet to the crown of your head, and then come the other side to reconnect where you started off. So that's a circle. You're staying within the circle, and circle we dwell only in the mind, being excessively identifying ourselves with our ego and psychological individual mind. We really become so vulnerable. So withdraw yourself from being fully in that vulnerable position, being so close to the world with the senses, with the mind, with your awareness. Draw in slowly, like as we draw in our breath, so also we should draw in something internally, our consciousness that's manifested more here, our awareness, to be taken back into the center. That's where it has emerged anyway. Everything began from the heart. Eventually all limbs got extended and manifested clearly. So that's a spiritual solution. When physical remedies fail, physical plans fail, or you don't see much help, then you have to take a resort in your heart, that's in your spiritual realm. There you find peace. Have to say to yourself, calm down. Nothing is happening. It's illusion that's bothering me. It's in truth, I'm safe, I'm good, I am who I am. So that's in the eastern part of the world, particularly India-like places. Hence, Shantih mantra is taught. Mantra, Shantih mantra. After really saying any prayer, expressing any invocation, you always say Namah Shantih. Namah and Shantih. Like Om. When you really feel one little bit of a sensation that these things might happen to yourself, or when you're really, when you feel that way strongly, but somehow you'll get some inkling before really get into that situation. We don't want you to get into the situation. Those who are suffering, they can really adapt this living method. Om. The way you say Saaroogovaum, most of you might have practiced, repeated many times during the dhyana experience, Arka dhyana or intuitive meditation. Anyway, so uttering some sound like Om. See, when you pronounce that sound, becoming so involved, and that's your own sound energy will help you immediately, because sound energy comes out with your utterance, from your throat, and then through your lingual organs, very well expressed and stretched sound, so melodious, and your energy become refreshed by nature, and it will return. Then your own energy will return having been refreshed, like as our breath becomes refreshed. So then that really empowers you, lifts you up back again onto the track, and then as you are safe, you're back and you're very good, like inspired. So this is really good solution. Also drink some water as soon as you feel something is not really going well. That's another solution. Also take a deep, slow breath, becoming so conscious, and that's one aspect. And also say the Shantih as well, and then Om, then Shantih. In Sanskrit, Shantih meaning peace. Shantih, peace to the mind, peace to the body. Third one, Shantih, peace to your soul. So, you are the best person to wish something positive to yourself. So, that is a more deeper wish will really become some protective shield around you. So that's one thing. And also being in our routine will help. Routine, that maintaining timing, sleeping time, eating time, and then tasks in between, and providing time for yourself, because we put a lot of task lists, but we don't put this into a task list. I want to give time, some time for my mind, some little time for my body, and time for my heart or emotional heart. And we don't do that. Time for your family, time for your close friends. So you have to divide equally and fairly as possible. So our life is not only individual life, that is my life to claim. So, but our life is involved with so many lives. So if they are well, if the outside world is good, if our environment is healthy and happy, happy and good, that reflects back to us. And also not to allow our fear to simply take over. Fear is good, just to make sure we all go in the right direction, being safe and sound. But that fear should not be dominating. That can really cause anxiety and stress, as well as even panic attacks in some cases. So we should really stay on the ground and organize as effectively as possible, but make sure and you relax. Simply say, I know nothing and I do nothing, and it's my time. I want to be in peace, and I'm in a state of relaxation. And also being close to nature will help, like being close to a tree maybe, or doing something positive to someone, like maybe helping them, or thinking about the well-being of other people. These things really will help, not just thinking but constructively what I can do in that context. So there are many areas that we can really work with, so we can manage. In some rare cases, you can overcome. That's also possible. Don't say it will never going to come back to me or so in an egotistic manner, but simply say, now I'm good, and the same goodness will continue. If you are healthy now, yes, you can also be healthy, that's logic, and tomorrow. If you are unwell, you can also be well tomorrow, but still better, more chances are there because you are already healthy, your foundation is good, and you are climbing the next step. So we should create our future based upon the present. The present is the key. How we manage today, what we speak today, how we conclude the day, and how we deal with ourselves and deal with the world. So it's we learn mainly intuitively. We learn, not intellectually always. There are like giving steps 1, 2, 3, 4 what to do. It's internal, natural. The more we drift away from our heart, the more we become merely mind beings, not human beings, not hearty beings. So it's everything is so much structured. So that's what causes us too much stress. Everything has to be structured and explained and described and demonstrated. That's really is too much for us. Certain things can be for a limited amount of time, but the rest we have to go with our intuition, with our feeling, with our heart, and that will always take us in the right direction. So we need both intellectual mind and intuitive heart. There is a combination, but most of us dwell only in the mind and not even trusting their own intuition. They won't even believe that something like that would exist, that is like motherly force that can help you. So anyway, people draw their own boundaries. They become confined within their own boundaries, but nobody is asking them to draw their boundaries. But we are the ones who can change. So believe in change, do something about it gracefully and as calmly as possible, and think deeply. Time is all yours. Time is all yours. There is plenty of time. So attain that state of consciousness. So we need to find some space to experience these things. So the more you experience the different facets of your own being, your own emotional sides, then you better understand who you are, what's your nature and your potential, and what is the condition that you undergo and what to do those things. Of course, there are professionals who can guide you. They can guide you to some extent. They cannot get deep into your body and mind and your inner soul. This you all have more to do than what professionals can do to you. Even they also, this what I am saying will also apply to them as well. So we need first help. Of course, we can take their help and advice, but finally, who is going to do it? So we have to take responsibility and work on it, and then build our structural consciousness based on experiences. Did you acknowledge experiences? Something positive that happened. Build your time ahead upon these solid knowledge out of your experience, inner research and study, and that's where you really become so well fortified, well protected, well shielded by your own aura and by your conscious magnetic field. Sometimes it can become a bit fragile, but again it will become restored with the involvement of the forces in nature as well. So with this I conclude this topic. So I touched upon how to understand and how to manage this anxiety and panic attacks. And this would be enough. If required, more elaboration, more insights can be provided on this upon your request. Thank you very much. Again, Srinivas Arka, the founder of Center for Conscious Awareness worldwide, also India. So I am in India. I had to be here because I was always traveling the world. Now again, it might start now soon. At least I need to be here. It looks like maybe more than a month or so, and then we will continue to meet somewhere like this, or directly, or in any other way possible with our thoughts. Thank you. Wishing you all health, peace, and progress. Thank you. Namaste.